Hello everyone. I didn't think I would be doing another video on this subject, but considering the events that unfolded recently, I felt that I should do a quick update on my last video concerning Peter Joseph Mercola's drama with the Venus Project. On April 16th, the day after I made my video, PJ reopened his Facebook account and wrote this bitchy article bashing the Venus Project. Ironically, some of the things he said in this article are some of the same things critics of the Zeitgeist movement and the Venus Project have been saying for the last 2.5 years. Peter said that people support the Venus Project in a blind and obsessive way. People have been criticizing the Zeitgeist movement for this from the start. That's the reason why people call you guys a fucking cult in the first place. You blindly follow the Venus Project and refuse to consider any opposing points of view. Peter Joseph also said that without the Zeitgeist movement, the Venus Project doesn't exist. It has nothing but ideas and has no viable method to bring it to light. This is another point that is shared by most critics of the Venus Project. The reason why it has no viable method to bring it to fruition is because the idea is nothing more than a utopian pipe dream with no basis in reality. The idea was never meant to become a reality. It was only supposed to make money. Peter also said that for 30 years the Venus Project has done little to progress. I still ask, what the hell have they been doing for the last 30 years? Well, Peter, I'll tell you what they've been doing. They've been doing the same exact thing that they're doing now, which is trying to make money off of easily manipulated and well-meaning people. I can't believe Jacques supposedly spent most of his life working on this project and hasn't achieved a single solitary fucking thing besides convincing a few gullible morons to donate to his lost cause. I fucking call bullshit on that. People have been trying to get this shit through your thick skulls for the last 2.5 years, and in return we've been accused of being trolls, haters, shills, government agents, and so on and so on. In the past, Peter himself has come to affectionately refer to anyone who criticizes the Venus Project and the Zeitgeist movement as the circus, implying that we're all clowns and freaks or something. Yet here Peter is now whistling a different tune after Jacques Fresco gave him a verbal bitch-slapping and bruised his ego. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad Peter finally found the balls to tell the truth and all about what he feels regarding the Venus Project's shortcomings, but the only reason he is doing this is because he is butthurt over having his ego challenged in the first place. Shortly after Peter's bitch fest, Noah Hunter, better known as the briefcase guy from the Zeitgeist movies, also announced his resignation from the Zeitgeist movement, whining about what Jacques Fresco said about Peter Joseph and the fan club, and saying he won't come back unless Jacques Fresco apologizes. He also bitches about the fact that when people have attempted to do anything regarding building a test city now, the Venus Project has actively discouraged them from trying. My guess would be because there was never supposed to be a test city in the first place, considering the Venus Project only wants to sell books and DVDs. If the Venus Project was actually doing anything in the last 30 years, they would have already had a fucking test city built by now. After the briefcase guy resigned, Peter responded with more bitching and crying. He cries about the fact that he never received an email response from Jacques Fresco and Roxanne Meadows since the shitstorm kicked off, and he also demands that they issue a public apology to everyone in the Zeitgeist movement. Haha, slim fucking chance of that. Jacques Fresco already got what he wanted out of you. He just wiped his ass with you all and flushed you down the toilet. I can't say I feel bad for you either. It's not like people haven't been trying to warn you about this shit. If you're stupid enough to fall for this blatantly obvious pile of bullshit, then you probably deserve it. And I hope you've learned a valuable lesson from all of this too. Be careful who you trust. If I had but one bit of advice for you all, it would be this. If someone is promising you an easy solution to all of your problems, they are most likely full of shit.